Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Just in continuing with looking further into what some of the generals on Monday talked about. Today we're going to talk about weaknesses to overcome, shadows to shed light on perhaps, and wounded energy, masculine energy wounds to heal, okay? We'll just get a heads up on that, all right? And we'll go ahead and do this general by element, okay? And it'll be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Chiron, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, and part of fortune placements, okay? I know that's a lot, maybe like having to listen to the whole thing possibly for some of you, okay? But feel guided, okay, as far as which placements may apply to your situation at this time, okay? Whatever resonates, all right? So just get that going. I don't know what we're going to pull. We're just going to pull a lot of little things and we'll see what happens. Get a lot of guidance, okay, and see what Spirit has for you at this time, okay? We're going to go ahead and start with the fire signs, move on to earth, air, and water, okay? All right, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and all those placements. We're going to go ahead and pull a couple from the Stargazing Oracle just to see whereabouts this energy may lay for you. All right, we'll pull some quicker cards to kind of like just see what's going on, what's happening. See if we can get some identifiers too. All right, just so we know what's in the energy at this time. And if you haven't checked out the generals yet in your signs or whatever, do so, because then this may make more sense to you. Okay, this is really just a continuation of that energy, looking into it further. I think it was yesterday, we just did general healing, right? So I'm going to pick a few topics that did pop up in those generals into general by element, or, Aries to Pisces with that. So check them out. Let's get to for our fire sign spirit, please. What's in the energy surrounding any weaknesses to overcome, shadows to shed light on, masculine energy to heal. We have you're meant to fulfill your divine contract, okay? So this may be something that is in that specifically for you. All right. You have Black Moon Lilith, rebellion, seduction, an affair, the other woman, man, shame, envy, rejection, revenge, mystery, darkness, sexuality, and stand in your truth, okay? So it could be any of those as well. This may have a lot to do with healing something that's also getting like sort of past wounds, however that applies, right? It could be, something from your childhood in this lifetime. It could be something that's carried over from a past life. It could just be a generational curse-oriented thing too. So, that covers everything, right? I see that with the stand in your truth and the mystery. But there's a lot going on there. Okay? And this could be energy around you as well that you're kind of trying to work through. That's entirely possible too. But it's all part of a divine contract that you're supposed to fulfill, right? Whatever's in there, right? Definitely getting North Node vibes as well for some, okay? You want to check that, see where it lay. All right, let's get a couple more. Spirit of these signs and saints, tell us more. These could also just be alerting you when something pops up, if these numbers or signs show up. Okay. You have 10-10 ending very near, something near completion. Continue working towards your goals. A new beginning is on the horizon. Okay. We also have 11-11, a sign of manifestation. And a bird just came to sit outside the window. Birds are messengers, so birds may be significant at this time. It's just basking in the sun. Sign of spiritual leveling up too, so this may be upgrading yourself as well. And you have white feather. It's a brown bird, so that doesn't count. No, but if you see white feathers, or even on the bird still, okay, guides in your spirit team are near, so it's time to make a wish, okay? If there's something you want to clean up, do it. All right, let's see. I'm going to actually pull from the masculine and feminine decks first. tap in especially the masculine, okay? In case that pops up. All right, that should be good. We'll do this as well. One more, Spirit. All right. Let's get a couple guys out on deck here. Ooh, we've got quite a few. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on a sec, guys. First card that came out is Shiva the Destroyer. Okay. He's definitely sort of like a tower here. Let's stick him up here. So things need to break down to be rebuilt, right? Endings leading to new beginnings. Okay, he talks about sort of a rebirth process as well. You also have Anubis, protection. Anubis is all about specifically death, right? Like things not just ending, but like also literally people dying. So there could be some grieving going on in this process, okay? And you also have Typhon, anger, rage, and the reverse shadow side. I'm going to put him in the upright. I'm going to read him first because that's a pretty big one. Typically in the upright is just about anger management, right? And just noticing what triggers you. In the reverse, it really indicates more of a need to take it next step and get like actual assistance and help professionally for it because it could become violent, right? Physically violent, emotionally violent, psychologically violent, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into that a little bit more here. Typhon, rage. Be aware of how you handle anger and rage, your own and others. Seeking an emotional balance leads you to peace. This is a signal to be very aware of how you handle the emotions of anger and rage. Perhaps it's you that needs to learn how to manage the anger you feel more productively, or to express anger in a healthy way. Expressing no anger at all is not the solution either. Passive aggression is just covert anger and causes just as many problems, in particular over the long run. Anger in itself is not an inherently negative emotion and does, in its pure form, have the positive intent of protection. On the shadow side, Typhon is the shadow side incarnate. A storm of rage, the kind that Typhon demonstrates, is a fearsome thing to behold. We have all seen this kind of explosive anger demonstrated at some time, whether it be in road rage, by someone close to us, by a stranger, or sometimes within ourselves. One of the most disturbing things about this kind of rage is that it not only feels good and powerful because it's a release, it is hard to stop once started. It is often physically violent too. No one needs to be the victim to this kind of rage, and if you are, you should seek assistance. So perhaps, there's some grieving process over this regarding some sort of situation with other people, maybe that you're reflecting on at this time, okay? Or that's the energy you're around, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read Anubis for you as well. And it may behoove you to kind of look into some of these deities as well and see if there's anything in their stories that resonates with your life, okay? And what lessons you can learn from it as well. These particularly three have a lot going on for them, so because they're pretty big guys in their worlds, in their respective worlds, okay? So there's a lot of stories there. Anubis, protection. Grief and suffering are a natural part of life. Know that you are loved and protected at this time and at all times. Anubis usually shows up when you or others are affected by death. Allow Anubis to relieve your grief and suffering. Know that the person who has died has a soul in which Anubis is carefully protecting and watching over. And of course, Anubis represents all higher dimensional beings that handle this sort of thing. Okay? They'll make it to the other side just fine. They got protection. They're not lost. All right? And Shiva. Destruction. Dance away any old beliefs that burden you. Defy and destroy what stands in your way to happiness and enlightenment. All right, let's see. He comes dancing into our earthly plane in many forms and has many faces. the role here is Shiva the Destroyer. He is the third aspect of the Hindu Trinity, Brahma being the creator and Vishnu being the preserver. While some fear the idea of destruction, it's important to see this action as part of the natural continuing cycle of all things, and in some ways a relief from the burden of suffering. Shiva is both ascetic and erotic. There is nothing extra with him. All that is not real is destroyed, yet there is the essential masculine energy left for his connection with Parvati, his consort. By letting go of old beliefs and false identities, we become freer and in the end more enlightened. All right, beautiful. Just more about his story there. Now let's pull from the feminine energy, okay? We do need to tap into our feminine energy to heal, so that may set you up in terms of what's going on here, okay? With any weaknesses or shadows to shed light on, okay? With regards to any masculine wounds as well. It doesn't have to be stemming from that, but it could be. You know, you may have a father figure or something in your life that's triggering this, okay? And that's just one of many examples. All right. Especially anyone controlling, right? Like you got that, Typhon has a lot of controlling energy. All right, we'll get one more from the ladies, please. All right. All right here. So, you have Lakshmi, abundance. I'll just go ahead and go through these. All right. Goddess of fortune and prosperity, Lakshmi brings a bounty of rewards for great work. She especially favors people who have perseverance and put in the hard work. So make sure you're putting in the time. Abundance is coming very soon. So does require a little bit of work at this time, okay? A lot. Do the inner work, right? That's what she's referring to. Abundance comes in many forms, not just tangible, but also joy and happiness and high frequency, right? You also have Ishel, reinvention. Moon goddess of creativity, Ishel is overseeing your reinvention right now, even if you don't see it. If you're feeling called to make a transition, then you have Ishel's blessing. It's a fortuitous time to make a change. So right now is good, right? And you also have Bast, pleasure. Hi, Bast, darling. You may be in need of some serious self-care, and the goddess Bast is with you. As the ruler of sex, magic, and pleasure, she helps you see and reignite all those aspects in your life. It's time to indulge. So find the things that make you feel happy, right? Whether it be just your own magic, right? Or even just tapping into your sexual, sensual self, right? And this may be an indication that sacral chakra love may be needed at this time, okay? We'll be pulling some of those cards as well. All right. So let's get 3 cards from the Gypsy Witch just to identify the areas in which our fire signs can work on whatever this, whatever they need at this time, Spirit, with regards to who as well. That may help you out, kind of identify where to focus at the moment. Just 3, please. All right. First one out, and do we have space? Yes, we do. 9 of Swords. It talks about fears, nightmares, your bad dreams, bad visions, worries, that sort of thing, right? Being stuck up in your head as well. Number 41, roses indicate beauty and rugged health. So maybe do some self-care practices regarding your, just girly stuff, boy stuff, manscaping, that kind of thing, right? All about your physical being, right? As well as your outer being, okay? How you present yourself. So, do a little bit of, getting your hair done, your nails did, maybe wash your face more, or, just little practices like that could help you feel good. It also refreshes your energy too, physically, okay? 9 of Swords is also Gemini energy as well. So, I don't know how that would resonate for you. Let's get 2 more, Spirit. We have the 7 of Pentacles, a card of investment, okay? Fire. maybe an important thing to incorporate as well. If you burn manifestations, maybe do some flame gazing. I'm also seeing that as well. 38 breaks down to an 11. There you go. You're 11. And the 5 with the 41. Flames on the hearth indicate good fortune and neutralizes the evil of nearby unlucky cards and increases the value of lucky ones, okay? So, however you want to take it, whichever way it goes, all right? You're going to need to put some investment in. The 7 of Pentacles is an earth sign. I believe, if I remember, it's Taurus. It's Taurus energy, so that may be a signifier for you as well. Okay? One more. And you have the 2 of Swords here. Okay. As Libra energy, it's also about choices. Having to decide things, really rationalize and think things through, right? So you might have a lot of options to work with as well. I know the 7 of Cups is not there, but the star does indicate healing. Okay, it's also Aquarius energy. Number 34, again with another 7, all right? It ensures success in all enterprise when near. And it is, I'm going to say it's near. You're near the fire as well. So I'm also thinking some sort of floral love as well as fire, right? Stars also have a lot of fire, you know, as far as flame goes. You know, it burns up gas. So something floral, something fiery that you can do, little practices for your self-care, healing, being around warmth. I'm also feeling that warmth as well, okay? And you could be dealing with any of those energies as well. All right, let's pull. Let's pull from the Halloween Oracle, see what we get. Let's get a couple, Spirit, please. Okay, all right, I see where typing's coming from too. All right, in with death. All right, first one out. Hold on a sec, guys. Everything's falling down here. Okay, you have zombie control. This is a card all about examining relationships in terms of who has control, right? We're trying to be controlling, and I kind of see that with the type and energy as well, okay? Let me clarify it for you a bit. It's time to look at the concept of control. Do you want to control everything, leaving little to free expression? Do you choose partners who are not your equals so they're more easily manipulated and changed to your liking? Or do you allow that to happen to you? If you're not living your most authentic life, it's time to look at why and how to change that, okay? And I definitely see that with the Black Moon Lilith. There's a lot of controlling energy with that as well. You also have hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. So this could be surrounding your home as well, this energy, all right? But hearth also talks about what feels like home, right? You are being asked to look to your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is conflict within your home and family, it's time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given, okay? And you have death. The eternal cycle begins here. So it could just be about changes or actual death again, since Anubis did show up. Okay, the death card simply means that something is falling away or will do so that you can begin strongly afresh. There is great power in this clearing. If you pull this card at Halloween particularly, this message is stronger still. I'm going to go ahead and say it still counts because Beltane is around the corner and it's a similar, energy as Samhain is, okay? We're coming up on spring. It's within the next couple of months. And I'm definitely getting a sense there may be some extra time needed. The first card that came out here is the Nine of Swords, and that typically indicates, what's the timing on that? like 9 weeks, but this is a 7 year and 2 weeks. Okay, so roughly. I'm going to go ahead and say over the next few months, it's going to take some time to kind of settle this energy down and like transform it, right? So I would still say it applies, right? You've got Beltane around the corner. That's another time when we're deeply connected in the veil of Sinner, right? So you should actively celebrate this new beginning. That's the final guidance of that card. Let's pull a few from Wisdom of the House of the Ninth. See anything else we need to be aware of, Spirit? For our fire signs, please, thank you. Maybe 2 or 3. Okay, we'll do one more. Thank you. First card out, you have Focus, number 17. With focus, you will achieve what you want. This is a reminder that you must let go of all distractions and have the courage to give it your all. Your arrow will be drawn to whatever you focus on, so keep your eye on the target. However, remember that you can't control every outcome. Just as the wind can influence the path of your arrow, there are many factors determining the course of your plans. To achieve anything, you must focus, take aim, and let go. Okay? You have 35, which breaks down to an 8. Strength. Can you see that okay? Let me move this out of the way. There we go. Try and maybe be able to see these a little better if I lift them up. All right. Sometimes life will present you with challenges that you think are too difficult to endure. Be strong. Drawing this symbol means that no matter what is happening in your life, you have the strength to endure all experiences. Like an ancient oak whose trunk cannot be uprooted by the mightiest storm, you will know a strength that comes from within. You will win this game of life. You have the strength to face any situation now. So don't think you can't do it. Know you can and feel you can. And as I say that, it's 11:11. 11:11. All right. Do we have space down here? Kinda. All right. I'll have to remember that. 36 differences. All right. This card asks you to accept that you will not always agree with everyone, and they may not always agree with you. Okay. Sometimes you have to let bygones be bygones and just kind of be with it, right? Whatever situation that's fighting against, it just means it's not for you. Maybe just move on from it, right? Try to find an even playing field, I guess, some kind of balance between it. But just know that everybody has their opinions of things. You may be going through something and the other doesn't really fully understand it. So you kind of have to just let that go too. Let's see what else. Know that the intricate differences between all things and beings are sacred and good. You must learn to accept that others are not the same as you, and it could be that you're on the receiving end of this energy as well. It's important to allow others to express their opinions. Consider the difference between an orange and an apple. Both are fruit, but they are different kinds. Is one more valuable than another? No. All creatures, all beings have a right to their uniqueness. Try to see and hear the other person's side if you can. And if you can't, you just might have to walk away from it, right? Maybe just distance yourself and give yourself some retreat space to go within and do all of the things that you need. That could be a retreat as well, right? That might be the decision you have to make for yourself. What's going to help me heal? And sometimes disconnecting from a situation, even temporarily for a few months, is enough, right? And that may be it. You might need to do that through Beltane, right? Or the time of Beltane, which is April 1st. So you might need to take the next couple months to do that for yourself, okay? Get into that energy here so that you can have that, right? Sort of kind of steer away from that Typhon energy, because that's a very strong energy, okay? and just kind of like deconstruct things, maybe clean things up in life, right? Like all the negative energies that you have around you, do what you need to do to kind of like allow it to die, right? You know, and then kind of like come back to life in a different way, right? Come back to home, what feels like home to you. You know, you might have to just let it go if somebody's being too controlling in that energy, right? Some people just don't get along, right? Or their idea of getting along is controlling how others get along, right? Like if they're not in alignment with what they want, they're not getting along, which that's not always the case. So that's kind of that's controlling, right? That's not getting along. That's manipulation, all right? So maybe you're at a stage right now where you have to decide for yourself what's being manipulative and what's not, and what's good for you, what feels like home and what's not, right? Sometimes you just have to cut your losses, you know? And hope that, you know, those energies recognize what you've done for them and actually become appreciative instead of selfish, right? All right, let's pull a couple. I'm feeling guided to pull a couple from, no, just one from the Santa Muerte, okay? Maybe what else you can do. Let's figure that out. It's a bit all over the place, but the energy is pretty strong here. You have card number 5. Ooh, I love how gorgeous that card is. It's an intense looking card. I love it. All right, Will, number 5. This extremely dynamic card represents the flame. There's your flame again, right? Move these around a bit. That burns in each of us and that pushes us to act according to our nature, that which we truly are, our identity. When it is guided by love, it becomes an unstoppable force that puts us into the right rapport with the universe. And that includes self-love, right? You want to get yourself into a higher frequency. If, however, it is guided by egotism and meanness, it becomes a violent and dangerous instrument. So exactly what Typhon talks about, right? Now, could you imagine if Typhon was a teddy bear on the inside? But that's not how he came across often, right? Okay. If it is ignored, blocked, or slowed, it becomes a reason for deadlock and frustration. The advice: proceed towards what you desire without fear. Trust in what you have learned and accumulated until now without hesitation. Okay? You know what? I'm going to save the shapeshifters for last. Let's get you a chakra card and see what could be healed. We'll get probably a couple. No, one. We'll do one. No, we have space for 2. All right, let's do 2. For our fire sign spirit, what healing? What can we heal? All right. That makes sense. We got number 15, self-mastery, and number 21, communication, solar plexus, and throat chakra. Okay. Self-mastery. It's time to manifest it. Life is constantly offering us lessons which give us the opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You are being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master and don't give up until you've embodied it fully. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. However, with consistency and time, and I did say this feels like it may take a few months, right? It will come to fruition. Being blessed with this card today indicates that you are already on your way to mastering your gifts. Have you doubted yourself lately in a particular aspect of your life, resulting in frustration? Know that the current challenges you are undergoing are doorways to self-mastery. Make sure not to lose focus or give up hope, as mastery is inevitable. To master something requires courage and love, and now is the time to give your full attention and presence to your gifts. You are being encouraged to look at your life's mission, plant the seeds required to bring you closer to your soul's path, right? Stay motivated and dance in the mastery of yourself. Again with the dancing. Hi, Shiva. So, and you could do that with a lot of self-care practice, right? Like you definitely need to do that. Getting more into your body may help because then you can kind of start paying attention to how your body is a conduit for your abilities, right? Communication, throat chakra. It's an important time for communication. All healthy connections and relationships are built on a solid base of good communication. It is easy to hold back or alter your words in order to prevent hurting someone's feeling. Fear of rejection or the possibility of creating some form of conflict. And you do have that with the Black Moon Lilith, right? Let's uncover that a bit for you. Okay. However, it is important that you share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to create and build long-lasting, healthy relationships. When you doubt, hinder, or manipulate the flow in communication, this interference blocks the throat chakra and can create a world of suppression and confusion. Holding on to unexpressed thoughts and feelings can lead to pain, confusion, and unhealthy patterns. Take a moment to see if there's anyone in your life you're not communicating effectively with due to fear, rejection, and maybe even unwanted conflict. You are being encouraged at this time to speak up and share your feelings. Communication can also mean writing your feelings down on paper, which is also a good tool to use. Do what is required to action your communication. You may even like to try some healing and clearing processes on your throat chakra. Make sure you are communicating from a place of love and compassion and that your delivery is clear and centered. Communication is also about listening. Make sure that as you communicate, you also listen with an open heart and without judgment. As you trust, you will feel a huge weight off your shoulders and a natural healing will occur. You will feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. Now, you may also want to listen to your body and yourself because that may be an indication here. There may be some sort of clairaudient thing going on. I also see that with this and this together, okay? So pay attention to that as well. And there may be processes here you can involve that are for your self-care as well, okay? Maybe there's songs about flowers or fire or stars or something that would be meaningful at this time, okay? All right, let's pull one final card from the Oracle of the Shapeshifters, please, Spirit. And I'm seeing a lot of cats. I just noticed that. Cat, maybe be more cat-like, right? Like be more present. Cats are very good at observing. You know, they have impeccable sight, you know, especially at night. You know, they can pinpoint things very easily. Their hearing is amazing. So maybe be more cat-like with this, kind of tread lightly. Stalk the situation, really carefully observe everything. All right, let's get one from the Oracle of Shapeshifters. Final guidance for our fire signs, please. Yeah, fire in that heart and fire on that arrow. All right. Gosh, fire everywhere. I love it. Typhon's all about that fire. Fire, fire, fire. So you have the Golden Phoenix. Talk about fire. Okay, something you thought finished bursts back into life. Number 12. All right. Let's see. Passion and desire, will and force, and a new, intelligent direction are all on your agenda. Health and fitness are also part of your new theme. Firing up your metabolism is a very strong desire and sacred duty. You can become stronger, fitter, leaner, and healthier. The Golden Phoenix does not speak of having a certain type of body, but he will show you how to recreate that which you have been gifted with. Health can be reinvigorated. You may learn to run faster, play a sport, or take up yoga. Your physicality can be reshaped. With the Golden Phoenix, you reach new levels of athleticism. If you follow the Golden One's advice, your own body will be at its most harmonious and comfortable, and it will be working well and supporting you. Candles, lighting fires, and meditating on purifying your diet and following through on the Golden Phoenix's message will help you recreate yourself. Talk about reinvention. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, there you go, fire signs. Have a good one. Bye. All right, earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what's in your energy regarding weaknesses to overcome, shadows to shed light on, and any wounded masculine energy to heal. All right. Just kind of doing a blanket for all the things. See what's there. Continuance from Monday. All the Monday reads, Spirit, from Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And all those placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Chiron, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, part of fortune. Take what resonates, guys, okay? Just see what we pull. All right, let's do a couple more. Be more specific. All right, there we go. So the first one out, you have your soul has returned to learn many lessons. I'll do that one there. You're discovering the myriad facets of who you are. Okay. Uranus, unexpected surprise, suddenness of revolution, unorthodox, freedom, genius, original insight and inventions, and semi-sextile, allowing opportunity with effort, energies attract, lack of ease, potential for growth, and tempers. So this could be a lot of things, okay? But it's definitely very transformative energy, okay? And it's something that's meant for you at this time, okay? Whatever needs to be healed, worked on, the shadows lit, etc., okay? It's all having to do with lessons, okay? So whatever lessons it is for you, that this could be a test as well of a lesson you've learned, right? Of recreate. It usually happens that way. You gotta have a test for something, right? And with some higher soul connections, you get more than one test of the same lesson. So just uncover those layers of who you are, right? Try to figure it all out. Let's see what else we can pull here. Let's get some signs and saints, spirits. Tell us more. I'm going to put these guys down below at the bottom row here. Frame out our video. Okay, that's good. That's really good. All right. I'm going to need to take a peek here. You have 444 on the light side. You're on the right path. I'm going to stick that right there. Foundations are being built. You have protection from the universe here, okay? Your ascended masters are guiding. That's all your higher dimensional energies, okay? You have the color blue or light blue, indicating peace, truth, clarity, creativity, communication, spiritual connection, justice, change, family union, emotional healing, and inspiration. So you could be dealing with wounds that are stemming around those categories as well. These could also be just things that you see, all right? See the fours, see blue, light color, and also 999, okay? Pay attention to what's going on around you as well as how you're feeling and what's triggering you at that moment, okay? It's better on screen here. Trying to get it lined up. There we go. All right. 999 on the shadow side, okay? It means there's something clinging to the past. There's some sort of past energy, okay? It could be an inner childhood wound as well, so explore that if that pops up. It may be time to cord cut, do an energy callback, or some sort of shadow work, okay? And you can see it. All right. Let's pull a few cards individually, meaning of the Gypsy Witch here, just so that the collective knows what scenarios this may be around, what people, what energies, etc., what may be about, including some healing at this time. 3, please. All right. First one out, you have the 3 of Swords. Ooh, 3s may be significant as well. You have 3 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. Let me see real quick here. Yes, you can see them. Good. It also gives me an idea of space here. So, 3 of Swords, you know, as far as timing, I'm also going to include timing on this as well. 3 of Swords is Libra energy, okay? It also is just evaluating what direction to go. This could also incorporate 3s being like 3's company or just partnerships, collaborations, kinds of things. You've got 3s here for that, okay? Libra energy and shoot, I'm trying to remember. Capricorn energy. Thank you. All right. So that may be an identifier for you as well. You also have the Nine of Cups here, which is a card of wish fulfillment and what makes you happy, right? This could also be a self-care card. I do see that, you know, indulging in things that make you feel happy, right? Emotionally happy, right? And get everything all together. That's Pisces energy as well. And I'm just going to break that down. The timing you have here, so this could be multiple situations. That's about 3 weeks for your Three of Swords, and about 3 years. So maybe something could be have been worked on for 3 years, or will take 3 years, right? Like time, 3 weeks, 3 years, and 9 months. Okay. I'm also getting a sense of pregnancy, right? Like typically gestation. So it could just be some sort of fertility seeds being, you know, planted, right? Could be a surprise. I'm seeing that with the Uranus as well, but potential for growth is definitely there. And I see that with the semi-sextile, okay? So you have card number 10, which breaks down to a 1 with the pig. Pig may be a significant thing for you. It could be year of the pig in the Chinese zodiac. All right, you might want to look at the years for that. There may be an energy around you that has that. The pig, whether near or far, is an omen of phenomenal luck and great abundance, high honors, and all ambitions attained. Okay, so there's some good energy coming. All right, around this energy. You also have the safe, which is open. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead. It's not placed. If you want, we're not doing a spread, so it doesn't really count in its placement. But it is an open safe. Three of Pentacles signifies collaborations, right? Like contracts and things of that nature. The money safe indicates riches, okay? If open, hold on, where it is. It's just being open, that's what it indicates. Okay, 48 breaks down to a 12, which breaks down to a 3 as well. So 3s may be significant here. I'm seeing a lot of 3s. You have 7 with the 16 here in the ship. And the ship's all about travel and movement, and also going over, having like journeys over emotional waters, right? Like, but it could also be a card of movement, right? And moving forward, going somewhere new or somewhere that, you know, it's like an adventure kind of thing, right? The ship is the symbol of riches, and when near indicates wealth by inheritance or trade. It also foretells a voyage. Okay? All right. So let's get into it. Let's figure out what the energies are regarding masculine, feminine, more specifically masculine, to see what the issues may be and what some suggestions are for you or signs. It's a little tight here, but now I know where it goes. All right. For now, we're going to move these up over here. For now. All right. Let's get 3 gods, please, for our masculine energy or any wounds needing to heal with regards to that energy. All right. This isn't too bad. Good. I love it. So first card you have out, you have Lum, skill. You have Hades' death, which just talks about endings. I'll try and stick them all together here. And you have Akat, dedication, but he did come up in the shadow side. So let me read him first so I don't forget that. All right. Not to mention he would be first in the book. That's funny. Reverse alphabetical is right there. So maybe something seems like it's going backwards, possibly. Akat, dedication. It's time to complete a current project and dedicate yourself to your next venture. It is safe to commit. Some people have a habit of starting things and never completing them. This is the shadow side, okay? If this becomes a repeating pattern in your life, it can be a real issue. Perhaps it's related to education, enrolling in one course after another but not completing any of them, or not being able to fully commit emotionally to anyone or anything, or not being able to fulfill a contract. And you do have that with that 3 of Pentacles there, right? And also just not having the motivation to keep doing what you love, all right? And maybe being indecisive, all up in your head about it, okay? Calling upon a God to help you stay on the path that you have chosen can be useful. So just a constant reminder of that, okay? Hades, death. Where are you, buddy? There you are. All right. Death is not always a negative thing. Everything has a season. Leave behind what you no longer need, okay? So if what you no longer need is something that's causing mental conflict, right? Whatever it is, it's time to remove that from the situation, okay? Everything has a lifespan. In particular, ideas, beliefs, and fears that have passed their expiration date. Sometimes, in order for growth to occur, death must too, okay? Hades comes forth. It does not necessarily signify a physical death. An ending or a leaving behind is more likely, and this is not always a negative thing. Now, Lug, since we're going in reverse order here, this actually is more in alignment. Maybe it just appears to be going backwards, but that's actually the direction you need to go. A time to develop your further education and skills and enjoying your unique talents, right? So sort of getting back on track from that Akkad message there as well. Trying to see what would be great to start with. This is so good. His story is amazing. Okay, there's a lot going on here. All right, I'm just going to read the whole thing for you, okay? And if there's a particular part of his story that you resonate with, you might want to go look into it further, okay? There is a wonderful story about the Celtic god Lug that perhaps best sums up his energy and character. Just as many young men wish to do, Lug decided to seek his destiny and travel to the big city, which is Tara. The good king of Tuatha De Danann, Nuada, rules the land, and Lug thinks that perhaps he can offer his service to his sovereign. He is stopped at the door to the city by an enormous door attendant who denies him entrance unless Lug has a skill that Nuada may need. So Lug tells the doorman he is an accomplished smith. The doorman declares that they already have someone with that skill. Next, Lug says that he is a right. Again, the doorman rejects him for the same reason. Lug, persistent, offers his services as a poet, a magician, a historian, a harpist, and of course as a brilliant swordsman, but is rejected each and every time. Smiling, Lug stands tall and then inquires, "Ah, but do you have one person who has all these skills together?" And with that, Lug joined the court of Nuada. Talk about being, killing all birds with one stone, right? That's the skill, is being able to do a lot. Multifaceted. There you go. The myriad facets of who you are may be applying here, okay? Sort of like having that synthesis of many things that you can do to, for what you want to accomplish, right? And not feeling emotionally or mentally limited, right? Like ending that, antiquated belief that you can't. You absolutely can. You have a lot, okay? Maybe the lesson is here, too, for a little bit of inner strength, right? Being a man or woman of skill is something to be celebrated. No matter whether you are good with your hands or with your mind, being skillful in the area you choose is a great boost to confidence and self-love. Perhaps you would like to extend your skill set or learn a new talent or trade. This is an important road to continue to travel on. No one should ever stop learning or at least improving what they know. Lug also shows that you can be versatile in your talents. He was a swordsman of repute, yet a sensitive poet. You don't have to stick to just one thing, okay? I love it. Ladies, how say you? All right. Let's get a couple here, please. All right. Very good. Actually, let's get one more. Boys got 3, which, ladies should get 3, right? Talk about balance. Seeing the first one. All right. There we go. First card out, you have Atargatis, balance. And I'm going to probably do it this way. All right. All right, the first known mermaid in recorded history, Atargatis, is guiding you to look for balance, okay? In your time, your environment, and within yourself. As a teacher, Atargatis asks you to seek new ways to bring more balance and care into your life. So perhaps it's also about balancing all these abilities and skills and things you need, and that's what you need education on, right? You also have Ishel here. Reinvention. She is overseeing your reinvention right now, even if you don't see it. If you're feeling called to make a transition, then you have her blessing. It is a fortuitous time to make a change. All right. So get with it, right? Luck is on your side right now. That means opportunities may be coming forward that you wouldn't have thought of before, right? And then you have Hina, courage. When moon goddess Hina appears, it means it's time for a change, okay? She supports you through all transitions in your life, so take heart as you prepare for things to shift. Again, with that change and shift energy. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything to heal in order to make this change happen? Let's see what the Halloween Oracle has to say. Let's tap into the dark a little bit, because this definitely there may be some weaknesses regarding this, right? Let's get 2 or 3, please. There's one. Let's get one more. Come on. At the least. There we go. All right. First one out, you have Owl. Wise seeing, wise action, and werewolf. Exploring wildness. Okay, a lot of nature might be needed this time. Maybe exploring a vast landscape is a little terrifying, right? Okay. But there needs to be some shape-shifting, that change, okay? Owl. There's a need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision, right? Like do some of that research, skill, education, okay? Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. And Owl also talks about going within as well, right? Using your discernment and your intuition, okay? Now this may be an indication of where to go. The werewolf is kind of a shapeshifter, but one that has traditionally had little control over his wildness. In a way, an inner battle between civilization and wild animal nature fights inside the one body. The vitality, strength, and freedom of the animal versus the reason, control, and intellect of man, which one though is the dominant force? What is the healthy balance between our animal nature, one that is wild, free, and connected to nature, and our radically civilized humanness separated from or dominant over nature? The werewolf asks us to consider this balance, again with our goddess there, right? And to delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet. When is the last time you spent all day outside? When is the last time you threw your head back and howled at the moon? Looking at Hina there. So maybe outside and moon might be helpful for some healing as well at this time, okay? Those kinds of deeply spiritual and physical activities that you can do too, okay? Maybe there's a voyage there with that, all right? Do you quash the vitality and curiosity of your body and mind by sitting all day in front of a computer? The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature. All right. Let's get a few from the wisdom of the house of the night. Thank you. Here we go. And we'll just put them wherever. And one more. All right. Brilliant. Love it. All right. First one out is this one. Okay. Number 46, choices. Just going to pull a little bit here. Every choice you make has a consequence. Even your thoughts are like magnets, drawing experiences to you for the good or bad. So whatever it is you are hoping to achieve in this situation, whatever you want to improve, whatever you want to change, however you want to voyage, right? Just start thinking that and feeling it and putting energy into it, okay? Right now, you are faced with such a choice. All you need to do is ask, is this for the highest good? The choice you make will be an important step in your life lessons. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. All right, let's see what the choices are. Some things to consider in this process as well. 33, loyalty, and 35, strength. Let's get that sucker over there. Put it back. All right, again with the threes. Wow. All right. Loyalty. This means you're being called to stand up for who and what you believe in, okay? Loyalty is tested at times, and I'm definitely getting a sense of test as well as lesson here, okay? And you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. So if you're being held back and around energies that are kind of discouraging from doing what you want and feeling what you want and learning more about what you want and the changes that you want for yourself, the voyages you want to take, this is an opportunity actually to evaluate what you want to stick around, right? Like what energies are you going to allow in, okay? Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person, cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal to only what is true and good, okay? You're going to need that strength for it too. All right, perfect. Sometimes life will present you with challenges that you think are too difficult to endure. This symbol means no matter what is happening in your life, you have the strength to endure all experiences. Like an ancient oak whose trunk cannot be uprooted by the mightiest storm, you know a strength that comes from within. You have the strength to face any situation now, and you do have some changes, and that could be the biggest change of all. It's just that perspective shift, right? All right, let's pull one from the Santa Muerte. Oh, nice. Talk about shadows. All right, we got, you can barely see it. I know. Let me see if I can get some light on it. You can kind of see the skull. Okay. Card number 1, and this is darkness. All right. So just feel out how this may apply in your situation, okay? Number 1, darkness. The occult center of the creative and inspiring will of the universe that has yet to be created, that is infinite, has no form, and is not differentiated. This card represents what there was before the Big Bang, simultaneously void and full, the end and the beginning, potential and latency. All is concentrated in a single point, waiting to receive the primordial impulse to manifest itself. For the ascetic or the magus, it represents the highest peak attainable through meditation, a state of total vacuousness, a silence that could make the observer aware of the road to awakening. So this change could very well be something much more prophetic than tangible, but it's through the tangible it happens, right? Take a moment's pause, meditation or study as you need to understand what form to give to your energy and where to apply it, okay? Again with that owl. That's important. You might have to really go deep within, okay, to figure out where you want to go. You might have to just, have a little, chit-chat with your higher self, so to speak. You go, hey, what's in the Akashic for us? What's the best path to the most positive outcome here, right? Give me the skinny. All right. So let's go ahead and pull a couple chakra cards, okay? And see what could be healed or what needs to be aware of at this time, okay? Just 2, please. That's 1. Okay, thank you. I know this is a bit long, but it's worth it. Ooh, love it. You have Mother Earth, number 1, grounding. That's a grounding energy and tapping again with that, you know, earthy kind of connection, right? Let's stick her right there. And then self-mastery. All right, number 15. Earth Star Chakra, Mother Earth. All right, that may be one of your chakras you might want to like kind of cleanse out and really get fine-tuned, okay? This is to remind you to spend more time in nature. Life these days can be quite fast-paced and busy, which can cause large amounts of stress and challenges. Mother Earth is calling you back to the womb, back to your core and your center. It's now time to reconnect to the flow of nature where everything is in a constant state of harmony and balance. Let's see. The Earth is a living, breathing thing. She is constantly offering an abundance of healing energies for you to connect to at any time. So at this point, this may be also an exploration of what you can tap into using the Earth's energies, right? I am seeing a lot of water, okay? But also a lot of earth and a lot of air and a lot of moon and a lot of trees, okay? So it's pretty much every element, okay, is here, okay? Yeah. So that may be your voyage, is to explore all these different aspects, learn new things about it, and see how you can apply it to something more practical and tangible, right? So that you can stay grounded and centered. You're being encouraged to take a moment in nature and tune into her heartbeat as you feel the love she has to offer. Allow her energy to fill you up, refresh you, and wash away any fears or stress you've been holding at this time. You may have also called this card in today because you are currently working on healing issues you know you have with your own mother or yourself as a mother, okay? So that may be another clue for somebody. That may be for someone. Know that healing is here, and it's now time to open your heart and receive the love of Earth. Then you have self-mastery with the solar plexus. That may be another one, okay? This is a powerful time to manifest self-mastery. Life is constantly offering us lessons which give us the opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You're being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master, and don't give up until you have embodied it fully. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. All right, exactly everything we've been talking about, right? That loyalty, that strength, choices, right? Courage, reinvention, all right? Make sure not to lose focus or give up hope, okay, as mastery is inevitable. You're being encouraged to look at your life's mission, plant the seeds required to bringing you closer to your soul's path. Stay motivated and dance in the mastery of yourself, okay? All right, let's get you some final guidance from the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Please and thank you, Spirit. You have your imaginary friend. Childhood treasures resurface. Number 15 breaks down to 6. So that can indicate some sort of inner childhood wounding connection, or maybe there's something from your childhood that actually is a treasure, right? Like that might actually help you heal through this. Maybe there's some old thing you gave up on, right? That you really, really enjoyed, a hobby, something, a topic you really wanted to learn, right? Okay. And it may apply now. A childhood friend from long ago returns. Could very well be a literal friend. She knows your history. Surround yourself with the comforts of childhood. Others may look at your reclaimed treasure and say, "What is that old thing?" Do not trouble yourself. The truth is that they too have an old thing that may seem obsolete and sentimental to another. If they have become so distant from their treasures, time will bring them back to understanding and recognizing their value once again. Or not. It is not your concern whether others understand. Keep only your treasures close. You may remember the imaginary friend you had early in your childhood. That's another possibility. What fun you both had, what mischief and what comfort she was when no one else understood anything at all about you. And this imaginary friend could not just be an imaginary friend. It could be like your spirit guide or ancestors that you connected with. Or maybe you discovered that you were seeing ghosts instead, right? Like maybe you're exploring a paranormal path or something, okay? With her, you were never alone. She reappears now to remind you of the treasures of the past and to help you bring those treasures back to life now. You may be about to see people from your past, visit an old family home, head to a reunion, or have an unexpected encounter with something that brings back a very strong memory. It is worth noticing because it will enrich you and make you feel very loved and appreciated. And it also may rekindle some sort of skill or thing to dedicate to, right? That's what I'm getting a sense as well. So put it where it resonates, all right? There you go, Earth signs. Have a good one. Bye. All right, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let me get a little sip here of my tea. All right, let's get going. We got a lot. So we're just going to see what weaknesses to overcome, shadows to shed light on, masculine energy wounds to heal. Take what resonates, okay? This is your sun, moon, rising, Chiron, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, and part of fortune, okay? And we're just going to try and pull in as many energies as we can. So take what resonates, all right? Let's see what's said. Get us deep, especially with regards to whatever came up with our generals this week, okay, Spirit? A little extra clarity here. Please and thank you. Let's get at least 2 from the Stargazing Oracle. All right, we got 4. I love it. All right. Everything on the backside. What have we got here? Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, here we go. You have the 10th house, career, reputation, fame, legacy, public image, status, purpose, notoriety, achievement, power, and empire. Okay. You have the 2nd house, material possessions, money, work, income, values, aesthetics, luxuries, security, and attitudes towards possessions. So part of fortune is definitely on deck here, as well as Jupiter. Okay, and Saturn. All right. You also have Pluto, transformation, renewal, destruction, rebirth, death, cycles, black magic, struggle, power, taboos, obsession. And the Sun, leadership, happiness, creativity, confidence, spirit, ego, self-awareness, expression. With all these together, I'm seeing maybe there is some sort of renewed perspective on what makes you happy, right? What your true abundance is. Okay, maybe there's been a transformation. Just a new way of looking at things, right? And maybe even a change of career or what you want to do with life, right? Like what your purpose may be, okay? So take that how it resonates. It could be a tangible change. It could be a spiritual change. All right? So we're going to go ahead and pull in some signs and scenes for you, okay? We're just going to do a few here. For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we'll do 3. Try to keep things in 3s here. All right. See what else this may be around as well. All right. And Spirit wants to do 4 again. Okay. That may mean something. 4s may be significant at this time, all right? So you have 3, 3, 3 on the shadow side, okay? So pay attention to the energies around you, including within, okay? This would just be the shadow side of it. Being too critical, fears around stability, okay? Just may mean it's time to ground, do some shadow work, energy cleanse, and maybe even work on some inner childhood wounding, okay? So that may pop up here, okay? You also have 999 on the shadow side, clinging to the past. All right, again with the inner child, right? May be a time to do some cord cutting, energy callbacks, again with shadow work, okay? You also have, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there, 777 on the shadow side, okay? Could be pertaining to greed or poverty mindset, feeling alone or broke, right? Again with the inner child. Go within and redirect to the light side, okay? So this may be a full-on thing that one of you may have to do, right? Like you may have to just do a full-on cleanse, you know, addressing, shining light on every shadow, like all of them, okay? Like as many as you can find, right? Really do a clean house kind of thing. You also have green, earth element, physical healing, fertility, employment, success, prosperity, wealth, good luck, growth, and personal goals. Maybe it's a total reevaluation of everything. Maybe that's the transformative perspective change. Realizing I need to just completely break everything down and start from scratch. Just got to start over, you know? Maybe there's some things that you can repurpose in the new, right? Some things might have to go. Some things might have to get changed. Some things might be able to be carried over, all right? So it seems like a total overhaul, right? And there could be aspects of it as well. It may only take from 1 or 2, but I'm seeing inner child 3 times here. So there's something having to do with inner child as well, okay, for sure. in the tangible regarding to stability and money. Maybe there is a past perspective on what was valuable, right? Maybe you realize, just trying to think of an example here. Maybe growing up without, right? And now you have a new perspective on what makes you feel abundant in the tangible. Maybe the values of what would seem to give good reputation or fame, right? Like I'm just thinking of like back in the 80s, the big thing was name brands, it's overspending and destroying your credit for it, right? You kind of do that now still, right? Like we still have that kind of capitalistic mentality. So maybe there's a view that I don't need those $700 pair of jeans. I'm happy with, whatever's at Walmart, right? Something like that. That kind of transformative flip, right? So let's get 3 from the Gypsy Witch just to get 3 different things going on in a circumstance that could help identify for the collective at this time. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, please. And I will include timing on this, okay? You have the 5 of Pentacles, number 28 with the anchor, again with your stability, right? You have the 2 of Pentacles. It's definitely tangible, okay? With the Lady, number 18, breaks down to a 9. And the 4 of Cups with the fish, number 17, breaks down to an 8. Okay. So just breaking down the numbers real quick, all right? 5s are about change, transition for the good, better, good. And the shadow side, it's all about drama, right? 2s are about union, balance, choice, and karma. It also, in the shadow side, could indicate a lack of self-care. 4s indicate foundation and protection, also that your ascended masters are assisting. In the shadow side, it could be a desire for acknowledgement. So take this how it resonates. You may have bits and pieces going on for you, okay? Seems like a lot of collective energy here. All right. 28 breaks down to a 10. 10 signify endings that lead to new beginnings, right? When you break it down further to a 1. 9s, with your 18 there, means releasing, and there's new things on the way, right? On the shadow side, it could be clinging to the past, right? 17 breaks down to an 8. That's all about your wealth, a balance, success, progress. On the shadow side, it can mean materialism or being insulting or something like that. So take it how it resonates, however you want to piece that together, okay? I'm seeing Pisces. I am seeing Cancer. I am seeing, Taurus, Capricorn as well, okay? So take that how it resonates, okay? It could be a part of fortune and some energy around you too. They're part of fortune. Or maybe they're Mars or any of the signs, placements that I had mentioned, okay? All right. So the anchor denotes successful ventures in business and love. So this could be surrounding business and love, or love, okay? Could be involving a lady. And the fish is the emblem of riches through stocks. So that could be an identifier, okay? It is the furthest from the anchor, which feels more like stability, right? What anchors you, all right? So we're going to go ahead and may foretell some failure and disaster causing this shift, okay? Causing this realization, this perspective. This could be a tower moment, right? So let's pull some masculine energy and see what needs to be healed, what wounds, what is going on here that could be addressed at this time, whatever weaknesses and shadows to shed light on, all right? With regards to masculine energy, let's get that. All right. All righty. Interesting. Love it. All right. We got 3. And these 2 popped up together. You have Jizzo's support, so definitely community energy, right? And Jade Emperor, organization. He's all about like bureaucracy and organization and governments and things of that nature. And you also have Anubis, protection, all about death, dying, grieving, suffering, right? But it's interesting, they're all in the upright. So, all right, typically, let's see, we'll start with Jizzo. Jizzo reminds us to have compassion for all, especially ourselves. It is a reminder to support yourself in the best way possible. This may mean with more consistent self-care like sleep and a better diet, or simply to love ourselves more in all our uniqueness. He asks that we also offer care and support to others, especially those who are really suffering, in particular sicknesses and loss. And perhaps this could be an indication of someone passing as a result of a sickness or loss too, with Anubis there, okay? And maybe there's some finalization of last will and testament type of stuff, or prepping for that, okay? I'm also seeing that as a scenario, okay? And that could be the trigger, right? This could also be maybe a diagnosis of, a terminal illness or something, right? That initial shock of it could be it as well, all right? I'm also just seeing maybe it's continued care, right? Now, in the shadow side of this, but that didn't pop up. So, but on the flip, to think about it, it's just talking about taking responsibility for our suffering and healing, right? Like, no one else can do it for you, kind of thing. Unless they absolutely physically can't, and they do need caretaking, right? But with regards to our own emotional care, right? Like, we nobody can help others unless they're being willing to be helped, right? Okay. That's kind of like the gist of that. Jade Emperor talks about structure. Streamlining, reordering, and decluttering will clear the way to a flow of natural, effortless in action, okay? So also a card of sort of bureaucracy and dealing with that. And I could definitely see that if there is medical stuff going on, especially if you're in the United States. Oh, dear Lord. Yes, yes, yes. We have that here. All right. I'm going to read the whole thing for you, okay? Because he has a very in-depth history and lessons and things to gain from him, okay? This, the heavenly grandfather, as he is known, is one of the most beloved and courted of the Chinese Taoist gods because of his benevolent protection and supreme organizing ability. As a young deity, the Jade Emperor wandered the earth, humbly assisting humans make sense of their inhospitable world. He taught them how to practically manage their settlements and their sorrows, and also defeated the negative energies referred to as demons. Although possessing more of a loving energy than that of a fighter, there are many accounts of the Jade Emperor retreating back to himself to gather his energy and strength in order to have the knowledge and power needed to conquer significant evil energies. It is because of these deeds that he eventually became the administrator of the immortals, the heavenly ruler. The organization of heaven reflects the order of courtly life of the human emperors, which was considered to be the right way. Under his leadership, there are assistants who ensure his Wu Wei, Wu, W-U, all right? Natural, effortless action is adhered to. These assistants are ordered to according to departments. For example, Tu Di Gong is the god manager of Earth, and the way it's organized for humans, city grids, town organizations, streets, homes, and households. Another god manager, Chang Heng, looks after records and documents. Zhao Zhong is the efficient kitchen god who ensures rules of the kitchen are upheld, like correct handling of foods, wines, inventory, and storage. All take authority from the Jade Emperor. It may be time to reorganize, rearrange, and reorder some part of your life. Planning is a key part of getting your desires met and should not be seen as a chore, but something exciting because it leads you to where you most wish to be. Having a clear and workable environment enables you to achieve much more in less time. Creating some simple systems can increase your flow of positive energies such as prosperity and creativity markedly. Take this opportunity to streamline your life. On the shadow side, I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway, even though it came in the upright. Okay, so this may be what has been transformed, right? Red tape and too many layers of bureaucracy stifle the best intentions. Most of us have experienced the effects of too many layers of management. Every time we phone a financial institution, there seems to be a veritable labyrinth to navigate to get the smallest of answers, with little satisfaction given the time we spend trying. So this could also just be about keeping in mind how you spend your energy, how you invest that time, right? And that energy in general. Be mindful in regards to who sets your rules. Stretch out, reach out, and open for the wu-wei. Love it. And Anubis here. Just all about persevering through suffering, right? And understand that death is part of life. Grief and suffering are a natural part of life. Know that you are loved and protected at this time and at all times. All right. That's pretty simple with Anubis. So things that are ending, right? Just make sure you persevere through it. This could be a literal ending of something, right? Something's having died, right? A situation, something very profound in your stable, right? In your tangible. This could be pertaining to losing a home, having to move, changing jobs, something big, right? Something profound that's become very transformative, right? You may need to kind of organize all the nuts and bolts of it, right? While also being mindful of what others' needs are as well, because that's what Jizzo talks about, okay? Let's get some feminine energy here. Anything else? Especially any healing. All right. Let's get two more. Come on, the boys got three. It's only fair. Gotta be balanced, right? All right, there we go. First one out, you have Isis. I'm gonna stick these over here. Strength. Then you have Pele. Ooh, nice energy. Love it. Determination. And Oya. Expression. All right. This is like take no prisoners energy here. Love it. Isis. Goddess of magic, Isis gives you the strength to overcome. She makes miracles happen. So take advantage of all that incredible power behind you right now. So, yes, we got those fours, right? And the threes with a few ascended masters here going, you got this. We got you back. We also have Pele here. There we go. Tempestuous goddess of fire and volcanoes, Pele is guiding you to find your own path and step in with determination. You'll find that you can do anything that you set your mind to, okay? You're going to need a plan, though. Jade's there, Jizzo's there, okay? All right. Strategy, right? There you go. Oya, expression. Goddess of the storms and winds, Oya is urging you to use your own powerful wind to lift up your voice. Speak now and speak up. So maybe like manifestation time, but vocal manifestation, using your throat chakra, okay, to get things moving forward. All right, let's pull. Yes, let's do Halloween Oracle. Anything lurking in the shadows? What to be aware of? What direction to go, perhaps? What to be reminded of? Let's just get a couple here. All right. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead while I'm here and pull a couple from the Wisdom of the House of the Night as well. Same dealio, Spirit. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and start with those two. We have number 25 breaks down to a 7, again with meditation, and we could stick it there. Good. So that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Let's see if there's anything, other tidbits here. Be still and listen to the sounds of the pulsing energy as the life force inherent in all things sings a gentle song to your sweet ears. So meditate however you see fit, okay? If you want to do it in nature and listen to sounds, if you want to do some grounding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 type of meditations, or any mindful meditations, it seems like it covers all of it, okay? Do nothing and find quiet within your heart and wait. This is a time for non-action. All will be revealed when the time is right. So as you're trying to think of how you're going to put things together, also go within, pay attention to nature and the world around you, and allow some of that higher dimensional energy to kind of send you the signs and synchronicities you need, okay? And it may be something more tangible. I am seeing a lot of earth energy here, so you might need to like really go and kick it with Gaia, okay? All right, in whatever form you want at this time, whatever you feel guided to do. We also have number 32, breaks down to a 5 self-worth. You are asked to consider what value do you place on yourself in life, okay? Do you believe in yourself, or do you behave in a way that tells others you are not worthy? Self-worth and self-esteem mean that you will not allow yourself to be led into compromising situations. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high, right? Get that strength and determination already coming on out. And that may be where you need to express, right? Okay. Ooh, beautiful. We have werewolf, exploring wildness, and vampire, emotional intelligence. Okay, let me see if I can get these two snuck in here without making a total mess. Here we go. All right. Again, werewolf really has you go and tap into that earth energy, right? And accept these changes and balance between man and nature and nurture and stuff. So just keep that mindfulness, okay? The werewolf is kind of a shapeshifter, but one that has traditionally had little control over his wildness. In a way, an inner battle between civilization and wild animal nature fights inside one body. What is the healthy balance between our animal nature, one that is wild, free, and connected to nature, and our radically civilized humanness separate from or dominant over nature? The werewolf asks us to consider this balance and to delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet. The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature, okay? And vampire comes up, could also be talking about emotional balance, right? But this could also indicate maybe you've had some sort of shape-shiftery energy around you and you're kind of like moving from that. Perhaps freeing yourself from an energy vampire too, okay? All right. Many of us have heard of the concept of emotional vampirism, the idea that people feed off our energy and our goodwill and take advantage of us through manipulation and their incessant neediness. It may indicate that you are being drained in this way and the time has come for stronger boundaries, okay? We need to be very aware of what gives us energy in our lives and what takes it away. And that could be part of that organization, that streamlining, right? You're right now kind of evaluating every little aspect, every little thing and across all the boards, okay? And seeing what's being a vampire and what needs to go, right? What needs boundaries, what needs cord cutting, energy callback, all of it. Like full on. We need to be very aware of what gives us energy and what takes away. We should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes, workplaces, and lives, if indeed we have them around us. Developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against this kind of emotional or psychic attack and enables us to foster healthy, equal relationships of all kinds. Okay? Let's get one from the Santa Muerte. And we'll get a couple from the chakra deck as well for healing. If there's anything else we need to know about at this time before we pull our final guidance. One, please. Come on, Spirit. One. All right, I'll take it. There's two. All right, what about chakras? Let's get a couple. Okay. All right. Both roots. Okay. Pretty simple. Make some space here, guys. All right. All right, we have card number 1 from the Santa Muerte, that is darkness. And card 31, that is celebration. All right. And I would say this is something to celebrate if you're freeing yourself from a lot of things, right? All right, darkness. Take a moment's pause, meditate, or study. There you go. As you need to understand what form to give your energy and where to apply it. Again, with the meditation, right? Okay, good, good, good. Because you're coming out of this darkness, it may need an explosion, big bang, total change, right? That's what darkness is, the void before the big bang, right? 31. Celebration is in close contact with the memory, and it incites us to celebrate life and the deserved results we obtain, which belong to us as much as they belong to those who came before us, our ancestors, and the people with whom we collaborate, okay? As expressed by the fraternity card. As a tree that renews its leaves but keeps its roots, we must always have the courage to renew our ideas while maintaining the principles that have guided us and that were passed on to us by our ancestors. Take action while constantly bearing the past in mind, without being afraid of having to change your ideas even drastically. And of course, there's change everywhere, all over here, okay? All right. Then you have card number 5, root chakra, family, and card number 8, abundance, root chakra. Let's not cover up all the monkeys. 3 may be significant because there's, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monkeys. So maybe 5 people involved, okay? I like how it has 5 on the 5 card. That's great. Base chakra. The energy of your ancestors is surrounding you with this card as well. It's a powerful time for healing family wounds and dissolving any ancestral karma. There is a big chance that any challenges you're going through at this time could be connected in some way to family karma. Take a moment to tune in and ask where this pattern of challenge is coming from. Family is an integral part of life. We are born into these little tribes for a reason. We learn big lessons of unconditional love through the interactions and challenges with family. This card can also indicate that you may be experiencing a conflict within the family unit. It's now time for a resolution, okay? However that means for you, right? Not every connection in family is soulful, right? It's not a soulmate connection, right? It could be karmic. It could be time to end it, right? And make a ginormous shift, right? I'm definitely seeing that as well. It's also in your tangible as well, okay? Let's see where we... Could also be a sign that a family member who has passed is with you, guiding and supporting you from the other side. I definitely see that with Anubis there, okay? A powerful way to connect to our ancestors is through the energy of trees. Take a moment to sit in nature with your favorite tree and open yourself to hear the whispers of wisdom from your ancestors. All right, and abundance. Again, this whole thing has a lot to do with abundance here. Your part of fortune is huge over here. This is a reminder that abundance is available for you at all times. It is your natural state of being to resonate with this expansive vibration. The world and the universe is a playground of abundant energy, which is available to you in each moment of each day. If you have been stuck in a conscious state of not being able to attract and manifest your heart's desires, know that the door of abundance is wide open and inviting you to step inside. You are a co-creator with the universe and can manifest in abundance anything you require at any time. Abundance comes in many forms, not just money. Love, gratitude, joy, and healing are here for you now as well. Take a moment today to tune in and feel acknowledged the abundance in your life. Become aware of how you may be sabotaging, I need to express better, right? Clear that up. All right. Become aware of how you may be sabotaging or shutting yourself off to this powerful energy and do what is required to allow this flow to occur once again. You may wish to ask your angels for help to clear any blockages, perhaps your throat, because I just had that, but also since you do have the root chakra card, both of them, that may be a very significant one at this time, okay? Do a guided meditation or work with powerful crystals. You are deserving of this abundance in your life right now, as always. It is your natural birthright. Abundance is showering its blessings upon you now and always. Be open and receive its light. okay? Let's pull a final card from the Oracle of the Shapeshifters case spirit. Not that one. We gotta shuffle first. All right. And there may be some jumpy energy here too. I'm getting a sense of that. There's a lot going on, so that makes sense, right? Got a lot of moving parts. Some may want to be vying for more needy attention. Looking at you, vampire. Right? Okay. Let's get one, please. Final guidance. All right. Ooh, flying. Flying may be important. That's also another one. This is also getting over fears. Pose brave flight. You will not let fears stop you this time. Okay? So maybe there's some fears surrounding some of this. Okay? And that may be a shadow to shine some light on. 26 does break down to 8. 8 is that abundant number, right? All right. So it may be something you have a little bit of a fear for, going for, if you're trying to figure out how to do that, okay? You're going to be offered a chance to do something out of your normal reality. And instead of thinking it through again and again and analyzing its risks until you are immobilized, Pose Brave Flight asks you to take the suggestion of another and fly high. There will be a message that comes to you via text or an email, and it will be up to you whether you respond or whether you ignore the call. This could be a trip where air travel is involved. Okay, you might have to remove that anchor. It could be a ship too. Or an experience where you will have to take some chances and be uncertain of what will happen. You must allow uncertainty to enter your life because your life is being slowly killed by all the safety. Now, given that this method of transportation is in the air, it may come from an air sign, a fellow air sign, okay? It may even come from your higher self air sign, okay? Take the chance, travel, explore, and overcome a fear of flying. All will be worth it, for you will discover something wonderful about yourself in return. You are brave and capable of greater things. Pele and Isis say so. All right, there you go, guys. Hopefully that helps. Have a good one. Bye. All right, last but certainly not least, our water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's see what weaknesses to overcome, shadows to shed light on, or any wounded masculine energy to heal. Okay, Spirit, with regards to any of the generals, for any of these signs from Monday, please. This will be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Chiron, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, and part of Fortune. So definitely follow your other placements, whatever resonates for you. I'm going to try and pull on a few energies here, okay? So take what resonates. Maybe bits and pieces of a larger story, okay? This could also be confirmation for you as well. All right, so if you've been doing the work, you know, and you've been tackling your shadows, and, you know, you're just fine-tuning or just need a reminder of something or confirmation, this may be it for you as well, okay? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get a couple from Stargazing Oracle. Okay, we can definitely do one more. All right. First card out, you have you're meant to fulfill your divine contract. Okay. Listen to the guidance of your soul. You have fixed moon, so you could be dealing with a fixed energy. Excuse me a second here. These things never want to stay. It's funny. I might have to like fix that somehow. It still is not doing that. So that would be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Could be you, Scorpio, as well. Or just whatever fixed placements you got, okay? Staying power, inflexibility, stuck, stand firm, stubborn, patience needed, power of concentration, not backing down, strong-willed. So you may be dealing with an energy or energies that are like that, okay? And you're kind of trying to work through it for whatever reason. Perhaps, I don't know, just seeing the word contract, right? Maybe that wasn't part of your divine contract. It was more of a tangible contract that you're now regretting getting into, right? Could be. Supermoon, emotions running high. Cutting cords, you may have to do that. Surfacing of old issues, that could even be inner childhood wounding, okay? Drama, revealing what's hidden, restless, and positive changes are at hand, okay? So, Let's see where I'm going to go with this. Let's pull a few signs and sinks. We'll do at least 3, Spirit, please. Okay. Take it however it resonates. These could also be popping up. Pay attention to the energies around you when you see them, okay? They may resonate with that and give you guidance as to where to go next. All right. You have number 1212, okay? So maybe something happening at 12:12 a.m. or p.m. Spirit is guiding. Trust the universe. It's time to dream big, okay? So that may be a confirmation of something. You also have 2 colors. All right. Red and blue or light blue. Red signifies fire element, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Blood of moon, that could also just indicate some sort of ritual or practice, or maybe blood moons are specific to you, okay? That energy might be possible. Ambition, which is just really, it's basically a supercharged supermoon, if that makes sense, okay? It's very ambitious and passionate, kind of wild energy, right? That moon phase sort of gives you, right? It's also kind of like deep and dark, right? Ambition, love, determination, stamina, potency, courage, fast action, physical energy, luck, motivation, obsession, lust, passion, and protection. So perhaps that's that fixed moon energy that you're experiencing as well. Could be like obsession or lust or whatever that may be for you, okay? Blue means peace, creativity, truth, clarity, communication, spiritual connection, a change, justice, inspiration, emotional healing, and family union, okay? So take that how it resonates. Let's get 3 from the Gypsy Witch. I'm going to treat these individually, not a story, not a spread. I'm going to pull what I can from each card to describe the scenario or circumstances you may be coming in or dealing with regards to weaknesses to overcome, shadows to shed light on, and any masculine wounded energy, okay? First one out, you have a Queen of Wands. That is Pisces, Aries energy. Wine is the symbol of cheerfulness and gaiety, okay? I also see party goer. I see sort of a party girl kind of energy with this. This is a feminine energy. You don't typically read these up reverse, but I will with the court cards just because this could be either or energy. In the upright, she's ambitious, she's creative, she's intuitive, she's passionate, she cares about things and other people. She's selfless in a lot of ways too, but at the same time sure of herself. She's secure, right? She's not insecure. So you think of the opposite energies of that, okay? With regards to the Queen of Wands, all right? Sort of like desperate, needy, insecure, emotional vampirism, that kind of thing, okay? Some even see this as the other woman card, like third party situation. There's some desperation in reverse here. Number 40 breaks down to a 4, so there is some sort of stability and foundation and protection with this, okay? Let's get 1 more, 2 more. I also kind of see this as in the reverse, like she could be an alcoholic, right? Or someone that partakes in a codependency kind of way. Codependency, that was the word I was thinking of originally. 4 of Swords indicates healing and recovery. Oh, so if we were to look to it all together, it could be maybe somebody that has addictions, okay? 4 of Swords is Libra energy as well. 49 breaks down to a 13, which also breaks down to a 4. You have 4s, 3 4s already. The I when near denotes great interest taken by friends. So there could also be external energies of friends as well. When distant, it signifies suspicion. Okay, so you got that suspicious energy as well. Oof. Lack of trust. That is a sign almost that maybe these might be energies that are bringing in baggage from old circumstances to new ones. Okay. And it's time to drop the baggage and heal from it. Okay. I'm seeing that as well. One more. Three of Wands. That's Aries. Okay, so Aries again. All right. That is a card of determining what's best for you, right? Like sort of becoming enlightened or maybe deciding which way to go. Threes also mean like threes company, right? Again, with the third party energy and the other woman kind of energy of the Queen of Wands in reverse. So that could be it. Could also just be a fear of what to do or coming out of a situation, right? Like especially with a needs with regards to that Four of Swords energy, with the rest, recovery, recuperation, right? Five signify change. So it could be the tree, good health near flowers, but I don't see any flowers. Fulfillment of highest hopes. So this may either negatively or positively affect your health, okay? So, in some way, shape, or form, mind, body, soul, okay? But given the emotions running high and the cutting cords, resurfacing of old issues, this could be like make or break situation, right? Like, and that's what the shadow side of it is trying to figure out what is best for you, right? I'd say go with what doesn't get you sick and compromise your health, right? Or give you a lack of hope, right? Sometimes you have to cut your losses with things that have maybe contractually been misguided. You know, what it doesn't feel divine, right? Listen to the guidance of your soul in that one. So let's pull. Let's pull actually 3 from our gods and titans here and tap into that masculine energy a little bit. Kind of curious to see what other cards would pop up. I know the other decks we're going to be using. All right. So you may want to follow over to especially the fire signs, okay, and listen to that one, because Aries is here twice at the very least. You also have Libra as well, so I would listen to the air signs. And I do believe the Energy Vampire card did pop up in the air signs as well, okay? All right, let's get 2 more. Ooh, all right. Okay, so the first one that popped up is Helio Cycles, but in the reverse, okay? On the shadow side. And he does talk about resting, making sure you get proper rest, right? As well as just getting sun and stuff. Maybe there's a lack of energy from the sun. Know that personal patterns, positive or negative, may be playing out in your life right now. Plug into the cycles of nature for renewal and vitality. Allowing the energy of Helios into your life illuminates the patterns and cycles in your life, the productive ones and the ones you would rather interrupt. All right? On the shadow side, once the son of Helios tried to drive his father's chariot without permission. Just thinking of a naughty teenager going out for a joyride, right? Without a license. Okay. At a time of day that was not natural. For his trouble, he set himself and some of the world on fire. Uh-oh, there's your fire again. Maybe it's that Aries energy too. Check to see where Aries is in your chart. If we ignore the natural cycles of the earth, the ecosystem becomes imbalanced, and we are certainly now understanding the dire consequences of that. Similarly, if we ignore our own natural cycles, our bodies become imbalanced. Ensuring we get adequate sleep and giving our bodies seasonally appropriate foods is important. Our hormonal cycles in particular need self-care to balance if they are demonstrating unevenness, okay? The next one to come out was also in the shadow side is Lug, skill. So whatever the situation is or the situations that you're in could be causing manifesting a health imbalance of some sort, okay? And it's really just to help you identify an old cycle that needs to be broken, right? A lesson. Pay attention. Okay, this is soul training in action is what I'm seeing here. Lug, skill. A time to develop your further education and skills. Enjoy your unique talents. Log also shows that you can be versatile in your talents. He was a swordsman of repute, yet a sensitive poet. You don't have to stick to just one thing. On the shadow side, in this era of computers and modern technology, sadly, the manly qualities of skills like carpentry, building, and smithing have lost status, and many young people are not interested in the more physical yet highly skilled path. Thankfully, the times are changing with renewed interest. So maybe some sort of traditional apprenticeships, hands-on skills might be something you want to look into in addition, okay? Sometimes, too, if we have too many talents, we don't know which career to follow, which skill to concentrate on. And sometimes that leads to analysis paralysis and ruts. Again, follow what you most love and refuse to choose. That could be how you can break a cycle of stagnation, right? And maybe not feeling organized, as Jade Emperor here showed up as well. Maybe a feeling of all over the place, right? Streamlining, reordering, and decluttering will clear the way to a flow of natural, effortless action. You could also have a lot of energies that are just causing issues, and this would be also an indication to clean that up, right? You may need to get rid of a lot of energies in your life, persons, place, situations, things, belief systems, etc., whatever, the whole thing, right? And do a little bit of cleanup. The air signs were talking exactly about that. There's still a lot to organize, right? He came up too. So that may be something for you at this time, okay? All right. He did come up in the upright. That's good. It's time to reorganize, rearrange, and reorder some part of your life. Planning is a key part of getting your desires met and should not be seen as a chore, but something exciting because it leads you to where you most wish to be. Having a clear and workable environment enables you to achieve much more in less time. Creating some simple systems can increase your flow of positive energies such as prosperity and creativity. Take this opportunity to streamline your life. And perhaps that is something that will help with the health aspect as well. Maybe the pattern that's being broken is being a mess, right? Being a mess of just hoarding everything, right? Of life, emotionally, physically, mentally, just all of it, right? And this is a good opportunity to really kind of streamline things and decide what goes and what stays, right? Like, so it's like spring cleaning time, but for your whole life, mind, body, and soul, okay? Let's get some feminine energy on it. 3, please. Grab a little sip here. I've been doing this a while. I'm actually surprised my energy is really good right now. I think it's because of the lemon tea. All right. Let's get 3, please. Ladies, how say you? For Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Just had a thought. Like, if a bunch of mermaids show up, I'm going to laugh. Let's see. Oh my God, Spirit. You are too much. Here's one. That would be Umoja. All right, that's good. We have Hathor, Joy, and Creedy Led, Self-Care. And Umoja is all about releasing what no longer serves you, okay? All right. I love this. Well, actually, we got 2 from Africa, Egypt, and I think she's Yoruba, and Welsh. All right. We'll start with Umoja. All right. Yoruba. All right. Surrender your weary thoughts to Umoja, and she will carry them away for you. Connect with the loving spirit she is washing over you right now, and feel nurtured when you release what isn't working for you. 2 ways of healing I'm also seeing with these 3 cards. I know, side note. Water healing, earth healing, okay? Specifically plants, flowers, okay? Think flora, okay? That could include trees, okay? So you might want to delve into some self-care practices that might involve those 2 things, okay? I'm also seeing the moon. She is a moon goddess. So maybe you might want to work with moon phases at this time, okay? If you're into the moon magic thing, that would be a good time to do that for self-healing, okay? Hathor. Joy. Ushers in new era of celebration and joy. So go celebrate things, right? You'll find happiness if you decide to pursue the avenue that you're thinking about. So whatever you are choosing, the one that you're refusing to choose over, right? That Luke's talking about, right? Whatever you're thinking about right now, go celebrate that one. Go do that. Hathor is giving you the go ahead, okay? Crideland, darling. Well, self-care. It's time to take care of yourself. Goddess of flowers in spring, Crideland is guiding you to fill your own well and tend to your own garden, because the time to bloom is coming very soon. And this could indicate a length of time as well. With wands and swords energy, you do have like days, weeks energy going on here. So you have 4 weeks, you have and 3 days or 4 days, right? So like maybe 3 or 4 days out of the week for the next several weeks over up until maybe spring, because we're getting to be spring in a matter of weeks, right? Like 4 weeks or 5 weeks now. They may need to work on that. Also, moon energy, I think we have a full moon in Leo coming up. Okay, so take advantage of that, especially if your moon is in Leo. Okay, new moons are good for releasing, so you might want to work more new moons than full moons. And full moons are good for bringing in that celebration energy. Okay, so work the energy that way. Okay, she's just telling you it's time for some self-care. All right, let's see what else needs healing. We'll get some Halloween oracle and wisdom of the house of the night. Working in the shadows, what needs light shown on, what's going on. All right, let's get 3. I kind of want to get 3 each. Continue with the 3. Oh boy. All right. We'll see in a second here. Yeah, you're going to need to go follow air signs. Another air sign card just popped up. All right, one more, please, Spirit. And then just seeing the card before it. Yeah, also tells me it's time to end that energetic issue. If it's draining you, it's got to go. One more. Thank you. Could be with a fire sign, too. All right. Give it the next one. Again, with that Aries energy, right? Got this Queen of Wands. I'm getting the feeling it's more of a Queen of Wands in reverse energy there. Okay. All right. Let's do 2 or 3 from the next deck here, please. That's the Wisdom of the House of the Night. All right. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse. Yes. All right. The female playa. I'm definitely saying that energy. Okay, so maybe you're dealing with that. Maybe looks could be deceiving too. Oh, maybe something had been exposed. Now I'm seeing it. Revealing what's hidden. Okay. All right. Maybe a situation wasn't as nice as it seemed. Okay. First one out, you have, let's see, I'm going to actually work these because we got this smaller space here. First one out, you have number 15, Fragment. Okay. Actually, we have 4 here. Interesting. Number 18, Forbidden. Number 24, Lust. Try to stick it together here. Number 40, Beauty. Okay. We'll start with Fragment. Sometimes it seems that life is split into so many parts, all of them separate and difficult to put together. Family, friends, work, study, activities can all seem unrelated to each other. This is a reminder that you are always whole, okay? Even if at times things feel separate and fragmented, that is only an illusion. This reminds you that all moving parts of your life are important. If the ones you're asking about seem confusing, focus on the ones that bring you clarity. Be present. Know that you're beautiful and whole, regardless of how disconnected things seem, okay? Also remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. You may be only looking at one piece of a giant puzzle, a fragment of the truth. See the big picture through the divine's eyes, and no matter what, all is well. Divine is your higher self too. So listen to the guidance of your soul, okay? Looks can be deceiving. That's also what this card talks about, okay? 18 forbidden. Oh, all right. I'm sending you this warning. You're about to enter into a situation that will not be easy and can cause you or others pain. Not all doorways are meant to be open. Not all relationships are good for you. Not all love is expressed, and not all desires are realized. Could be because maybe some masking has been going on, and really you're dealing with an energy that is draining and not true and superficial, right? Maybe it's always been that way. You just didn't see it that way at first, right? But revealing what's hidden, okay? Truths are coming out. True colors being shown. And it does hurt, you know, just when you think something's really, really good, a person may be very good for you. Turns out that their intentions are more cruel than pure, right? So, right now I'm saying no to you, she says. The symbol for forbidden also reminds you that although you may feel pain when someone rejects you, this is one of the ways of protecting you, because it's a redirect to where you need to go. It's not part of your divine contract. It's superficial. It's only in the tangible, right? I may whisper in someone's ear to stay away. I like to always imagine that. My spirit team, you know, kind of whispering in someone's ear, and you're like, you're not welcome here. You're not good enough for this person. They are going on to bigger things. You are just going to be trouble. All right. It is for the best, okay? This is another symbol to move on and choose another path, okay? So whatever this energy is for you, do something else, right? Choose what you love. Refuse to choose, okay? And lust. Okay, careful. This energy might be addictive energy. Again, with the Four of Swords and the wine. I'm seeing that. Okay. The codependency thing. When the symbol of lust has come before you, beware that when you toy with this energy, you may become consumed by it. There's a fine balance between desire that is pure and obsession that arises in insatiable thrill of danger. You do have obsession and lust with red as well. So wherever you see red pop up, that is with whoever you're dealing with, that may be a signifier that is your spirit team kind of going, no, turn that in. Okay? There may be a hint, nudge, nudge. Like maybe they like to wear a lot of red. Or, you know, they show off red, okay, like a lot, right? You know, the flashiest things are, you know, the color red, something like that, right? It's got to be something big, all right? Be careful that your desire remains good and that your wanting doesn't cause hurt to yourself or another. It is best that you move cautiously forward. If you're asking about a relationship, you may be developing an obsessive fever that will take a long time to recover from, and that's what the Four of Swords could indicate at the beginning of that. Ask yourself, what is the desire of your nature? Why do you want this so badly? Beware, there is always a hidden agenda in lust. What is yours? What is theirs? I agree. Beauty. This is also about being able to recognize what is beautiful, right? And true, right? To me, lustful energy just feels nasty now. I mean, it's well and good to express yourself sexually and clear out that sacral chakra. But there are people out there that use it and abuse it, you know. They use sex as a ploy, you know, to get people to pay their bills, right? Like they have no interest in the person as a person, right? They just take it, they see them as a thing, just another thing to put in their closet or in their house, right? And to me, that just, I recognize now that energy feels just so gross. It's gross. It feels sticky on my skin. I'm like, so now I don't have to rely on whether or not I can see it, right? And see through that mask. Now I actually feel it energetically, right? So maybe you're going through this big transition right now, right? That's why emotions are running high. You're now following the guidance of your soul and wanting to fulfill your divine contract, right? So now you're actually feeling the grossness that had been, right? All there, all along, the whole time. And you're realizing, okay, I got to clean this out. It's nasty. It's gross. It's stagnant, right? maybe even a whole big change, right? There are a couple other signs in with regards to fire. I don't remember fire. Fire, I think, had some serious switch up going on, as well as the air signs too, like a massive overhaul, right? So that may be what you're going through right now, okay? Or needing to, okay? Beauty. For every rose has its thorns, and the symbol of beauty reminds you that beauty is never perfect, just as the beautiful experiences you will have are not perfect forever. When you revel in the beauty that is true, you can look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are already perfect as you are, right? When you choose this symbol, it's a sign that beauty is all around you. See yourself as beautiful and know that beauty is not skin deep. It includes qualities that lie well between the surface. Look for this truer beauty in others as well, and always look beyond appearances because they could be deceiving, right? And I'm especially seeing that with the next couple cards. Okay, so with your Halloween, in fact, I'm trying to just, okay, that's good. You have the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. That's what your recovery could also be about, right? Starting fresh, brand new, all right? You have vampire, emotional intelligence, and hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes, okay? You are being, with the underworld here, sorry. I'm going to read you a little bit in the beginning. I love it. Another realm, shadow-filled, travel from death's bed, where we stop and transform within the realm of the dead. Should the underworld card be present, you are being asked to consider exactly what you have to do to transform your life into something you find easier and more authentic to you. This may involve changing course. It may involve trials and tests. Keep moving. While things may fall away and your life may appear bare for a time, this is temporary. Space is being made into which you can create the new. And that's for your highest good too, right? Vampire. There you are. The vampire is an interesting figure because it is both horrifying and desirable. Having someone want us so much that they desire to be that closely linked with us does feel good until we realize there's nothing much left of us to give, right? I'm definitely seeing that with these cards, especially, right? And that's what this is. Maybe there's some realization that, you've uncovered a wounding for yourself, why you crave that kind of thing, right? Most of us have heard the concept of emotional vampirism, the idea that people feed off our energy and our goodwill and take advantage of us through manipulation and their incessant neediness. That's usually a very first red flag for me. Anybody that acts super duper needy and tries to demand all your energy and time, blowing up your phone, digging through your stuff, you know what I mean? Like, that is a huge no, move, get out the way. They don't respect your privacy. They don't respect you. They lack that honor, right? They also have a hidden agenda, and I can see it. Should the vampire card appear in your reading, it may indicate that you're being drained in this way, and the time has come for stronger boundaries. We need to be very aware of what gives us energy in our lives and what takes it away. We should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes, workplaces, and lives, if indeed we have them around us. Developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against this kind of emotional and psychic attack and enables us to foster healthy, equal relationships of all kinds. Okay? And this leads right directly into hearth, right? Which is all about finding out what is true for you, what feels like home, what doesn't feel gross, what feels amazing, okay? The heart of every home, the fire that unites, winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. You are being asked to look to your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is conflict within your home and family, it's time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a family member is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given. I'm going to read you a little bit about the inspiration of this as well, because this could be your spiritual hearth, right? Your own personal for yourself as well. The ancient Romans believed that every home had a heart, and it was the hearth. Where the fire burned, the family gathered for sustenance, communication, and protection. This concept was so important to the culture that there was a huge city hearth, the Vestal Temple, where the fire of the home goddess Vesta burned forever without ever going out. This sacred flame was protected by the soldiers with their very lives, should there be an invasion. The place where the goddess Vesta was honored within every ordinary home was also the hearth. It is where women prepared food and cooked. Some of the food was always offered back into the fire as an offering to Vesta for her blessing and protection. They say keep the home fires burning was inspired by the practice that they prayed for the safe return of their loved ones from war. Love it. Okay. So, I'm also getting a sense, too, of what you feel is home, right? Maybe what was on the surface seemed like a home setting. This could have been a home setting that turned out to be not very homely, right? And maybe you're determining. This could also just be realizing that your family isn't soulmate, right? This could be a whole lot of things. I'm seeing that as well. Maybe you're discovering that you've got some karmic energy that needs to go that happened to be family, right? That's why it's feeling fragmented all the time. Doesn't give you joy. It takes away from your self-care, right? All right. I know it's always disheartening to learn that maybe certain family members just aren't for you, right? There's been a couple, and, in my life, not many. I'm very fortunate. A lot of my family is soul. is soulmate oriented for sure. But there are a few that are karmic, So I have to move accordingly around those energies, right? Just remember, no is a complete sentence. Narcissism be strong with a lot of people. All right, let's get one from the Santa Muerte, please. Thank you. Ooh, this card has come up especially with at least two other elements, so you may want to... Let's get one more. You may want to check other elements. Number 10. Ooh, is that Tlaloc? Nice. All right. Number 1, darkness. Take a moment's pause, meditate, or study as you need to understand what form to give your energy and where to apply it, okay? This is the card that describes the world of emanations pre-Big Bang, okay? So there may be something explosive coming soon, all right? You may need to pause and hold off, but I get the feeling someone's true colors is going to come out and be obvious, right? Let's see what... Nope, this is actually Mictlantecuhtli. I thought it was Tlaloc. Interesting. The king of the dead in the afterlife, ruler of the deepest part of the underworld, along with his wife Mictlantecuhtli, he forms the binary and complementary opposition of disintegration of bodies and matter. We see him devouring a body, for rupture and fading out are the starting point for any successive work of creation or regeneration. Basically, he is the tower, right? Like things need to die, fall apart, so they can be rebuilt, right? So you can rebuild the pieces that you want moving forward, right? He is the alchemic solve to separate, the analysis before synthesis, the phoenix that dies and turns to ashes before rebirth. It is time to look at a situation from a more in-depth point of view, to analyze the circumstances before putting the pieces back together. You may decide that there are things that you don't want to take with into the next situation, your next home situation, right? And I'm seeing a lot of energies here that have to go. You got a lot of codependency, addiction, lust, obsession, neediness, ugly, nasty, sticky energy, right? And it's a pattern, obviously. Maybe this is something you had attracted in because you hadn't healed that pattern, right? All right, let's get a couple chakra cards. Tell us more, Spirit. Before we get some final guidance from the shapeshifters. Okay, all right. Okay, yep. right, first card out, you have card number 26, Dreams. This is really just about paying attention to the guidance of your soul, okay, your intuition. And a lot of times you'll get messages through your dreams, okay? So it's important to take note of that. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly go through this one. Third eye chakra might need cleaning, okay? Cleansing, protecting. Currently, your soul is guiding you and offering you messages through dreams. You may want to start a dream diary to keep track of. Maybe do a little dream analysis, okay? It's easy for the soul to talk and communicate through our dreams because our minds experience less interference compared with our waking state. Yeah, you want to wait till your ego's asleep. That way your soul can talk and you can hear them better. The answers you have been seeking are showing themselves very clearly in your dreams, so take the time to discover them. Also notice when your dreams don't make sense, okay? There was talk of psychic attack here. People can like kind of mess with the energy or just misinterpret. It's not like they're screwing with you. It's just the energy. It's like kind of, how do you put it? Like bypassing sort of a transmission frequency or something. Hijacking, right? Like when a radio signal gets hijacked. It's more like that, okay? So know what is actually your dream and what may be something somebody else is trying to do. It'll be fuzzy and, unclear. It just means it's not meant for you, right? Again, forbidden. Maybe you might be protected, okay? All right, this card can also represent the dreams you wish to create in your waking world, right? Follow Lug's advice here, okay? It's time to dream big. What would you love to create in your world? What are your dreams and desires? It may be very beneficial to take some time to focus your energy on what you would like to manifest in your world, okay? We are all co-creators with the universe, and it's our birthright to manifest our dreams and desires. Know that you are worthy to receive abundance from the universe and that it's time to weave your dreams into reality. You just have to believe you are deserving and open to receive the gifts when they appear in your life, okay? Next card that came out is number 12, relationships. That is sacral chakra. That may need to be cleansed, especially since lust is here, okay? All right. It is a powerful time and opportunity to deepen relationships. Relationships are the way we connect to all things in our world, not just people. With yourself, your partner, your family, friends, pets, creative projects, your home, and your community. For things to grow, expand, and to be healthy, your relationships need to be fed and nurtured. Now is a good time to see which bonds require more love and attention and assess the ones that are not so healthy for you at this time. Okay? What awareness is required to shift the energy around any challenging relationships? What do you need to assess or what do you need to express for this relationship to heal? If it's possible. If it's been a struggle, and I say that at 111, if it's been a struggle, okay, chances are, and you can't seem to get it right, you can't seem to iron it out, maybe it's, and you've done all the communicating you can, you've tried really hard, you've responded quickly, you've given respect to the situation, and still it's a struggle, it's time to let it go, okay? All right. Through relationships, you learn about yourself and others. They are an integral and important part of life's journey. Our relationships teach and mirror many traits back to us. Sometimes this reflection is hard to accept. However, when you are willing to see yourself honestly and work positively with your behavior, then there is huge opportunity for growth. The key is to accept and love every aspect of yourself and set yourself free from judgment and limitation. Take time to nurture your relationships. Put in the energy to allow them to grow and expand into beautiful friendships or deeper connections. It's also a powerful time to create a long-lasting, healthy relationship with yourself and be your new best friend. Now, this could also talk about past energy as well, okay? Think about any relationships that you might have fumbled. This may be a good chance to have a do-over, but you might have to put more effort into it, okay? Or maybe there's a relationship coming in you might need to be welcoming and open to receive. One that you thought might have been lost forever, right? I always think about that. Just be careful if it's Mercury retrograde coming up, which I don't think it is for a little while, but so they got a couple months. There's this time here, plenty of time for them to come in and try and make things right. Maybe this was a lustful energy that has transformed itself, and you'll be able to know whether or not they're still a vampire or not, okay? Depending on how they respond. You also have card number 20, play heart chakra. Oh, love it. Water and trees. I'm seeing that, guys. So maybe healing, okay? This is also tapping into your inner child, okay? And that funness, right? Bring more play into your world. One of the most powerful ways to release the tension and worries of the world is to take some time to play and feel joy. Life can become so intense and serious that we forget to play, which is the fundamental expression of joy of the soul. It is now time to connect with this joyful aspect of you and embrace the essence of playing. When was the last time you played? You may like to take your dog to the park, go to the beach, play a game of sport with friends, whatever it is that allows you to give the gift of play to yourself. Okay? It is important for your growth at this time to allow the energy of play to cleanse mind, body, and spirit. All right? Playfulness is a powerful medicine for the soul and brings a sense of deep release, healing stale energies and worries. Play brings about a deep connection to the joy of the cosmos. Bring more play into your life today. All right. Love it. Now, if you need inspiration from that, your dreams might be giving you a little hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Maybe another one too. You can also ask for that. Be open to receive, okay? Let me grab this Oracle the Shapeshifters deck. We'll get our final guidance for you at this time. Wow. I am surprised my device can handle this lengthy video. Didn't even realize I just got into it. I'm like, woo, let's pull everything. All right. Good stuff. Admittedly, it's really spirit wanting to dump out so many cards. I'm like, all right. Ooh, air signs just got this. All right. Pose brave flight. You will not let fear stop you this time. 26 breaks down to an 8. Maybe significant to you as well. 8 is an abundant number. Okay. 26. All right. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Let yourself loose, right? Fly high. You're going to be offered a chance to do something out of your normal reality. And instead of thinking it through again and again, and analyzing his risks until you are immobilized, Poe's brave flight asks you to take the suggestion of another and fly high. There will be a message that comes to you via text or email, and it will be up to you whether you respond or whether you ignore the call. It could also be via letter, okay? That does have to get on a plane. I'm just thinking of messages that have to fly through the sky or the ethers or something, right? Okay. This could be a trip where air travel is involved, or an experience where you will have to take some chances and be uncertain of what will happen. You must allow uncertainty to enter your life because your life is being slowly killed by all the safety. Take the chance, travel, explore, and overcome a fear of flying. All will be worth it, for you will discover something wonderful about yourself in return. You are brave and capable of greater things. So this could indicate flipping the script as well. This is what I'm saying. All right, I see the sky over here, over the ocean, right? Right? Whatever energy that you need to move away from, and the indication of what home is to you, okay, may require long distance travel. So that may mean something to somebody, okay? It might even involve an air sign. So go check out that air sign, okay? That might be helpful to you at this time as well. All right, there you go. Check out your other placements. Stay tuned. I will have more of these. We've got some more tapping in. If you haven't seen any of the generals yet, or I've seen, listened to, so just listen. Do so, okay? Especially any in your sign, okay? And any of those placements as well. Because all of this stems from that. That may give you more clue as to what's going on here. All right? Bye.